These are things you can do to help you feel better faster. Number one, sleep well. Sometimes that takes a strategy when you're in pain. So first of all, we like side or back. If you can't sleep on your back, here's how I'd recommend for you to sleep on your side. Get yourself a pillow that feels like it kind of cradles the contours of the side of your head, your neck, and your shoulder pretty much. So here's one of our Coop pillows. I'm gonna put that in that little crevice there. I'm gonna put this pillow between my knees, okay? That is about your best laying on your side position to help you get better. Number two, on your back. Get a pillow, I'd say that's not quite so thick. We don't want you way forward head posture while you're sleeping. Sit this pillow underneath your knees. That will take a lot of pressure off your back. Also, be careful during transition movements when you're going from one position to another position. First of all, I want you to stick your fingers in your belly, below your ribs, above your hips, and then I want you to figure out how to create a pressure that pushes those fingers out, like that. If you can do that, you have strength and stability here. Use that to lay straight down to your side. Next, if you need to roll onto your back, keep that stiff. Roll onto your back. You gotta get up. Roll back onto your side. You look like you're seated in this position. This is a really painful motion for a lot of people with a bad injury. We're gonna use that stiffness. We're going to drop our feet toward the floor, and we're gonna push up with hand and elbow. Getting up is the next phase, or like a chair kind of thing, but this is obviously also applicable to your bed. I want you to scoot to the front edge. Very first thing, scoot to the front edge. Get your heels kind of back underneath your butt as close as possible. You remember our bracing thing, right? Stick your hands straight out in front of you, and I want you to act like you're an elevator. If this was a car scenario, you've got to get out, but the roof is right above your head. I want you to do this. First of all, take strong core, foot out, turn, okay? Scoot to the very edge of that car seat. I don't care if you use everything you've got around you to get up from there. Then again, elevator. Don't hit your head on the roof. So you got a bad back. You got to put on your socks. You got to pick up something off the floor, right? This handle going down my spine will tell me if I'm keeping my spine straight or if I'm rounding my spine, okay? This looks like rounding my spine. You see how I leave the handle? This looks like not rounding my spine. That's called hip hinging, right? So let's say I've got to lift something. I need to brace first. Brace first. Push those hands out of your guts. Number two, hip, knee, everything else but your injured part, hinge, right? So don't let the broom handle leave your spine. Along with that, practice safe lifting habits. If you gotta lift the couch, if you gotta lift something heavy, it might be a good time to ask your buddy to do that, even if you don't really have the time. Also, if you're in the gym and you've got all these goals, right now, just this season while your back is hurting, it may be a good time to back off of those strenuous or explosive type of lifts. Everyone's life is busy, and we definitely don't have time for our injury that we're currently experiencing. If you would though, while we're on a team to get you better, remember some details so you can tell your doctor. It's easy to forget. Number one, is anything changing about your problem since the treatment that you just received? Is the intensity or is the quality of it changing? Those are important details. Number two, as far as things that still hurt, does it hurt to sit? Does it hurt to stand? Where did it hurt when you felt those pains? Remember those and tell your doctor. Last but not least, eat well. Let me tell you something. Almost every pain has inflammation. Almost every pain has inflammation. If you're increasing your inflammation, it's gonna make your pain worse. Let's stay away from those inflaming things. Here's kind of our top 4 list. Number 1, stay off of the sweet drinks and sweet junk, right? Sweet drinks, sweet junk. Make your mind up about what that is. Stay off of the preserved foods that last way longer than the fresh food, right? The fast food. The type of oils they cook it in, is gonna make your inflammation worse? Smoking. I know that's a hard one to bring up, but it will reduce your inflammation if you cut back or even quit because you're serious about getting better. In what to focus on, drink more water and eat more fresh foods.